Luckily, we've got Bridgette Matter of WPLG in Miami to help us unpack it all. And she's live tonight from the Intracoastal Waterway near the port of Miami. Okay, Bridgette, do you have any of the latest information on the investigation? Because right now we're piecing it all together from custody filings, and that seems to be the only source suggesting that this 16-year-old stepbrother of Anna's may be a suspect in her death.
Yeah, we'll get into those court documents, but I do want to talk about this investigation. As you mentioned, the FBI is being so tight-lipped on this. The cause and manner of Anna Kepner's death, it still has not been released. And the reason the FBI, they're involved in these cases on board cruise ships, when somebody dies or there's a suspicious death, they become involved. I actually checked in with them this afternoon, and they say they don't have any updates for us officially. The other thing I have new tonight is Carnival. They did release a statement. They are cooperating with the FBI, and they referred us back to the FBI. So much of the same. But let's break down what happened here. As you mentioned, Anna belongs to a blended family. She was on this cruise ship with her father, her stepmother, and her step siblings. And in some way, she was killed. She died. She was found dead in a cabin underneath a bed. And if you know anything about cruise ships, you know that there are a lot of cameras on those ships. And of course, the FBI, I'm sure they are poring over that surveillance video, trying to piece together her last moments, her last day on that ship, who she was with, and what she was doing.
So I'm so curious, Bridgette, about the 16-year-old stepbrother, because one of the things that his dad has said in the custody fight is that this kid is apparently staying with a third party and that he's out of custody and that he was never arrested. And I'm not so sure, because I feel like I've seen that he was held at some point. Do you know what happened at all to this 16-year-old boy once he got off the ship with his family?
So because the FBI is not saying much, we have found in some online court documents, this is part of a custody case. So it is between Anna Kepner's stepmother and that ex-husband. They share some children together. Those children were on board. It's in those documents where we see that language that says the 16-year-old step-sibling is considered a suspect in her death. There is no official wording from FBI saying that. The FBI is not saying that, but these documents are. And I do want to point to a quote from those documents and read this here, because in one of those motions, it says, quote, "It is not in the best interest of the teen that any statements regarding the matter that is subject of the open investigation be discussed at a civil proceeding." And basically, this is a hearing that those parents, especially that stepmother, if she is there, she is opening herself up to questioning under oath. And of course, investigators surely will be interested in attending that hearing. Prosecutors will want to know what she's saying. So her and her lawyers are kind of saying, hey, pump the brakes here. I don't know if we want to go to this, have this emergency hearing that father is pushing for, because that's opening them up to questioning under oath. But it also says in there, like you mentioned, the 16-year-old is not in custody. He's with a third party, an unnamed third party. This could be a family member or a friend while this investigation continues.
Yeah, that mom pumping the brakes because she said she didn't want to incriminate herself or incriminate her son in the potential criminal investigation that is looming. That's pretty strong language.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.